Promoting entrepreneurship has been seen by many countries as a way out of unemployment. Is that a real possibility or just a well-meant cliche?
It's probably a little of both. Studies that I've seen extensively show that entrepreneurship is not a magic bullet. First of all, when we're talking about entrepreneurship, and let's think about startups for a second, 80% die the first year, another 50% the second year. Even of those that survive, they don't generate a lot of employment, they don't generate a lot of tax revenue, and they don't produce a lot of spillover effects for buying business services from other entities. So when we're talking about entrepreneurship, it is but an arrow in the quiver of economic growth and development, but it is not a panacea, and it's unfortunate that in many societies it has been oversold as a solution to a problem.
The partnership between firms and academia has been predicated as a necessity in Latin America for decades. However, the results have been rather poor. What should universities do to get closer to firms? Should they get closer?
Yes, I think so. Essentially what you have with regard to the private sector and academe is they're running on parallel tracks. There's very little intersection. The exception would be maybe in the area of science and technology. A good example of how it should be done is Unicamp, the university in Campinas in Brazil. You've got a cluster of science and high technology companies in the area, and the university has been responding to them with not only opportunities for their students, but extended training for managers. And universities have gotten with the program of knowing that in addition to doing research, they need to respond to the private sector in their area, that there's tremendous opportunities for them, not just in terms of financially, but more importantly for the students and the faculty that are studying there. Another good example is Universidad Externado in Bogota, that assigns students in their MBA classes to business development projects for social entrepreneurship in the area. So nonprofit companies that are starting, they get to draw upon the best and the brightest of these Externado students and faculty advisors to help them. We need to see a lot more of that. Unfortunately, we are not seeing a lot of that.
What are the most important things companies can do to develop, promote, and retain talent in their organizations?
One of the first things is to realize it's not all about the money for the most part. That companies in this competitive day and age, especially if we're talking about millennial and Generation X workers, need to be able to create a welcoming environment. You say in Spanish, un ambiente acogedor, a place where young people want to work, where they can essentially get continuing education and training, especially in the technology areas. There's got to be an environment where there's respect in the workplace, where there's chance for promotion, and not after a very long period of time, but rather a reasonable one, and where there's opportunities for lateral moves as well, moving someone from finance, say, into marketing, or from marketing into management information systems. These need to be vibrant, engaging, people-oriented workplaces. We know that there's a lot of multinationals that I know that have that environment. BCG, Bain & Company, Facebook, also FedEx, Delta Airlines. These are among what are considered the best places to work. Same thing holds for Latin America. There are a number of companies down there that create this kind of environment. Cemex certainly is one.
How can multinational firms harness new technologies to improve their efficiency and profitability in the markets in which they operate?
First of all, they need to be able to scan the environment of new products and processes in the technology area that are coming out. This is far too important to be left to information technology specialists alone, but rather they should be doing this with a networked group of individuals in management and strategy, finance, accounting, marketing, to be able to review these technologies, to assess them, to have the purveyors of the technologies come into the company, do a demo, be able to do simulations, have workers work on this equipment, and then finally make the decision what best serves the company, not only where that company is now, but where it is moving. And once they have done that and purchased the equipment or the service, they need to continue this cycle. It's circular. It's circular. Technology is constantly changing, and those companies that aren't monitoring the environment will lose out.